everyone! I'm back again for another Vlogmas video, and this is the 10 weird things about me tag. I was inspired to do this from Emily Boo. I mean, oh my god, she probably filmed this like months ago now, and it's just taken me so long. Like I've had this written in my notepad for months. It's just taken me so long to film it. I don't know why my under eye look really pink. Anyway, so I will link Emily Boo down in the description box below. She is amazing, and she's honestly like part of the huge reason I got into YouTube, and she is goals. She is just goals of everything. So yes, I wrote these down. I wrote these down ages ago, and I'm looking at them now like, it's really weird things. Anyway, so a lot of them are food related. Surprise, surprise, but I'm really weird with food. Sorry, I can hear Ivy Rose snuffling around in the background. Or it's that or a cat. Anyway, so number one, my weird pregnancy craving was, and this was something I used to do as a child as well, was I loved to suck water out of sponges. Like, honestly, just like a sponge you would like wash your face with. Not like a dish sponge, that's disgusting. It had to specifically be like one you'd wash your face with, and I would, like as a kid, you know, I'd soak it up with water before washing my face, and I would just suck all the water out of it. Like no soap, nothing weird like that. And there's something about the way the water tastes. Why am I holding a pen? And the way it feels is so addictive. I was so addicted to doing that as a child that when I got pregnant with Ivy, I was like, I woke up one day like, I need to suck a sponge. I need a sponge of water. And I did. I went to my friend's house, and because obviously I was pregnant, we weren't drinking and stuff. And he'd got me all my pregnancy cravings, and one of them was a plate of wet sponges. I could just sit and suck all evening, and I used to do that all the time. And occasionally I still get cravings. I wake up and I'm like, if I'm really stressed, I'm like, I just want a sponge of water. I don't do it anymore, because when I was pregnant and a child, there was an excuse. But I have spoken to people, and apparently it is something other people do. If it's something you do, let me know. If there's anything on my list here, comment down below with a bat emoji, or any emoji, but a bat emoji if you do any of these weird things, because I would love to know that I'm not alone in doing some of these weird things. Don't know why I'm pointing with a pen. That's probably a weird thing. I can't talk without moving my hands or have something in my hands to point. It's something I do. So this is a weird hair thing that I do, and I don't think I have done it on camera. I know Ivy Rose has, and sometimes she has as well. When I'm like excited or stressed, like basically when I'm just overwhelmed, I do this weird thing with my hair where I literally get my hands and I just go like this, and I like mess up my hair, and that's like like it's so fast. It's like and crazy, and I just go like, I mean, I know I push my hair up all the time because my hair's really flat, but I noticed Ivy started doing it, and I don't notice I'm doing it. And in school, I used to get such a hard time for it. People used to give me such a hard time, being like, wow, you're such a weirdo. What are you doing to your hair? And I'd be like, what do you mean? I'm not touching my hair. I'm not doing anything. And yeah, it wasn't as she got older that I realised what I was doing, that I would just start like going crazy. And I think that's maybe part of the reason why I keep my hair short. Because I used to have really, really long hair. Like, my hair used to be like down to my butt, but then it would make it so tuggy. And I think that's part of the reason why I have like really short hair now, is so I'm not messing with my hair and like matting it. But yeah, I don't know. No one else in my family does it apart from Ivy, and she's obviously picked it up from me. So I really don't know where it comes from. It's really bizarre. So apparently I hold my knife, number 3, I hold my knife and fork in the wrong hand. I'm right-handed, and I use my fork in my right hand, and it freaks people out. Like, my husband can't look at me when I'm eating with obviously I eat with cutlery, but he can't look at me. And I was like, what? I'm not weird. And it wasn't until, like, as I got older, people were like, you hold your cutlery in the wrong hand. And I'm like, I'm right-handed, of course I'm going to use my fork in my right hand. That's my stronger hand. I mean, in all fairness, I'm slightly ambidextrous. Like, I can write with my left hand. I do a lot. I tend to do, like, I can apply my makeup with my left hand. You know, I write messily. But I switch between. And I think that was something I just kind of subconsciously taught myself to do. Because I was very aware that my left hand was doing nothing. But yeah, like, and as soon as, like, people notice me eating that way, they freak out and they're like, you're so weird, I can't look at you, it's horrible. And I'm like, but it physically hurts my hand if I put my fork in my left hand. It physically hurts. And for some reason, people can't cope with that. And I go in restaurants and switch the knife and fork over. Because it really aggravates me seeing it the other way around, and it makes me really angry, and I don't know why, but it does. It makes me really angry, and it honestly physically hurts me if I try and use my knife and fork the correct way. I don't know what that says about me. I mean, I didn't even know it was weird till like 10 years ago, and people were like, you're really strange. I was like, no, I don't. So let me know down below, what hands do you hold your knife and fork in? Because apparently I'm a weirdo, and I want to know, does anyone else do it? Please tell me I'm not alone in that one, because I would love to prove my husband wrong, that this is not a weird thing. Okay, number 4. So I actually have, like, over flexible joints. I don't think I'm double jointed per se, but this freaks people out. Like, I can bend all my fingers. Like, I can't bend them I used to be able to, like, bend them all the way back to, like, the base of my hand. Like, I can bend my thumb, like, all the way. And, like, I can do the same on my other hand. And I do this all the time. Like, subconsciously. I just sit and do this. Probably done it on many a video. Like, yeah. See, I can bend them all. And I was sitting doing it one day, like, just like, and Grant was like, what are you doing? That's really weird. And I was like, well, I'm just bending my fingers. And, like, see, like, that's what I can do without pushing them. But, like, his hands, it's like that, just doing, like, that, probably not even that far, like, hurts. And my sister, at least one of my sisters, is the same. I think she can actually even bend hers even further back than I can. And I spoke to my mum about it, because I was like, oh yeah, that's just something we can all do, right? Because my sister can do it. And my mum nearly threw up when we showed her. And this was just, like, last year. So I was like, you know, I'm 27, she's 25. It's taken my mum until, like, over 20 years to realise that 2 of her daughters can, like, bend their fingers all the way back. I can do the same with my toes. I'm not going to show you, that's just weird because feet are gross. But I can do the same with my toes. And I never realised that this was something people can't do. And apparently I can do it with my nose as well. But I think that's pretty normal, isn't it? Like, you move your nose around. But I do have, because I have really bad knee problems, as does my sister. And there's nothing to do with me being overweight, before anyone comments that. I do have overflexible joints, and so does she. And we were talking about this, and she's like, yeah, no, people think it's really bizarre. Apparently we're weird. So again, can anyone else, like, I mean, I have people who can bend them all the way back to, like, touch the back of their hand. And I always thought that was the weird thing. I always thought everyone could just go like this. But apparently not. So I put that down because it does creep people out when I show them. And if I have just deeply upset anyone by doing that, I'm sorry. Not sorry, because I don't know why my body does it. So number 5. This one puzzles me. So I love shortbread. Surprise, surprise, I'm Scottish. Of course I love some shortbread. But just thinking about it, my teeth hurt. The texture of shortbread freaks me out when I bite into it. I imagine, it's really freaking me out just talking about it. But I imagine biting into shortbread is how biting into chalk feels. You know how some people hate the feeling of chalk? I don't mind the feeling of chalk, but the thought of biting, like my teeth actually physically hurt right now thinking of just talking about it. But if I was to pick up a piece of shortbread, it takes me so long to mentally prepare myself to bite into a piece of shortbread. And I love shortbread. My gran makes some of the best shortbread ever. But I can't bite into it and it freaks me out. But it tastes amazing. Shortbread is like the best biscuit ever. And I can't bite into it. I can't even tell you how I eat it. I think I just try and like clear my mind and not think about what I'm doing and just somehow manage to eat it. I don't know. I haven't eaten shortbread in years. And we get it every year for Christmas, and I always just have to like either grant we eat it, Ivy can't anymore. But I usually just pass the tin on to someone else at New Year because I'm like, I can't eat this shortbread. It scares me. Yeah, I mean, maybe if I tried making my own shortbread, maybe, since I made it myself, but I don't really eat sugar anymore, so it doesn't really affect me now. But it's such a bizarre thing, and it weirds me out because I don't know why the texture and the sight of shortbread just gives me the fear. It just gives me the fear. Something rotten. So, number 6 is I am terrified of mushrooms. I hate mushrooms. I love toadstools. And I have things with mushrooms. I have so much stationery with mushrooms, but they're toadstools. There's a difference between a mushroom and a toadstool. So, and my husband Grant ate mushroom soup today for lunch. And I was like, why do you hate me? Why? And he was like, I just want to eat my lunch. He loves mushrooms, and honestly we get into so many fights. Well, not fights. He's terrified of baked beans, so I mean, I love baked beans, so it kind of balances itself out. But like, oh, if there's a mushroom in my food, I can't eat it. I will cry. They scare me. The little hairs on them. Oh, when they're cooked and they're on pizza, they look like slugs. They smell so bad. And I think it comes down to my granddad died when I was 2. And I didn't find out till I was a late teenager, early 20s, that it was actually lung cancer. But what I honestly believed, probably up until I was about 21, 22, was that he died from eating a poisonous mushroom. Because he would go mushroom picking. And I think he did. I think he did eat a poisonous mushroom one day and did get sick. It's not what killed him, but it did happen. But ever since I was a child, like, my gran obviously had all these old mushroom picking diaries and books and would go through every single type of mushroom, which ones were poisonous. Because we lived, like, when I lived with my gran, like, there's a big woodland area and, like, mushrooms grow in her garden. And obviously as a child, you're going to want to pick them up and put it in your mouth when you're a toddler. And my gran would always go on about, like, how mushrooms are so poisonous, how they can kill you, yada yada yada. And I think that's where it comes from. But you know, the hilarious thing is now, like, my gran loves mushrooms. She makes mushroom soup all the time and it stinks. But like, she's always like, why are you so scared of mushrooms? Why'd you hear mushrooms? And I'm like, Gran, because of you. But like, legit, my mum, my dad and my gran lied to me and my sisters for our whole lives, saying that our granddad died because of a poisonous mushroom, and people wonder why I'm scared of mushrooms. Love toadstools. Toadstools are beautiful and they're more poisonous. But no one's gonna eat a toadstool though. Like, you know, you have it coming if you eat a toadstool. But mushrooms are like in disguise. Dan had a terrible experience with magic mushrooms one time, so didn't really help matters, to be honest. I hate mushrooms. Terrified of mushrooms. Terrified of them. I think the word's cute. I love saying mushroom. I'm like, ooh, mushrooms. Terrify me. Plus, they look like dicks. Like, who looked at a mushroom and went, look at this penis-shaped vegetable. I want to eat that. Well, probably a lot of people thought that. But, anyway, so, number 7. The way I eat chocolate. Now, I know I'm not alone in this one. Is I say I have like a Milky Way. I will nibble off all the chocolate, then eat like the gooey middle bit. I do the same with like Tunnix tea cakes. I like nibble off all the chocolate, then like eat the marshmallow, then the biscuit. Or like I eat Jaffa cakes. Like I eat the chocolate, then I peel off the jam, then I eat the cake, and then I eat the jam. I can't just bite into something. I need to put this pen down. I can't just bite into something. It really bothers me. I have to eat it in like this little delicate little way of like nibbling everything. And like Grant will just like bite something, and I'm like, why, you monster. And I know it's such a messy way to eat. It takes so much longer. It annoys people around me. But I honestly, if I had like a Milky Way in front of me right now, I would nibble off the chocolate across the edges and the top, then eat the marshmallow in the middle. And Ivy does it too. I'm sure one of my sisters eats that way. I'm not sure which one. I'm pretty sure one of my sisters eat them that way too. I mean, I don't think my mum and dad did, and I don't think my gran does. I just think it was something I started when I was a kid, and I physically just can't bite into something. I just don't like biting into things. I do have very sensitive teeth, so I mean, it could be that. Don't know. Alright, so number 8, if I'm in the Disney store, specifically, I mean, it doesn't have to be the Disney store, but it will be the Disney store. I will go up, you know how they don't really have it anymore, but the old one on Princess Street used to have like the big circular like dome pit in front of the big TV screen filled with the cuddly toys. It also used to have it downstairs. Anyone from Edinburgh remember the Disney store on Princess Street? Obviously it shut down in like the late 90s. But in the early 90s, it had it downstairs. Does anyone from Edinburgh remember it having it downstairs? And how Mother Care used to have the big talking trees in the shops. I don't think that was specific to Edinburgh. But does anyone remember the big talking trees when you used to go into the shops when you were a kid in the kids section? The big wise tree. I loved the big talking tree. Why do we not have fun things like that in supermarkets anymore? Not like shops in general. Why? Why don't we have just the 90s was so much better. Anyway, I'm sidetracking. So I honestly will pick up like a teddy and I have to rub it on my face because they're so soft. And they're so soft. They're so soft. And I love things that are soft. I'm very like sensory. I don't know the word. Like not officially diagnosed or anything. My husband was just studying into that and he was like, I think you may have this, you should probably see a doctor. But I hate people touching my face, but when I am stressed I need pressure on the side of my face, like, and sometimes I'll just grab Grant and just like squish my face next to his, or like I always sleep with a teddy because I need the pressure on my face. But whenever I go into the Disney store, I pick up the teddies and I will just like subconsciously just like rub them on my face. Which is really bad because if I'm wearing makeup, I don't want to get makeup on them. So I don't really do it now. At least I try not to. But like I don't even think about it. And then I'm like, oh, I'm rubbing this like Marie teddy on my face because it's so soft and beautiful. And I'm like, I should probably buy this now. Probably why I have so many teddies, to be honest. Okay, so last two. Number 9 is I will talk to my cats as if they completely understand me, as if they're human. But I mean, what pet owner doesn't do that? But the other week, Bishemi, my youngest kitten, ran off and he wouldn't come in. And I was like, I just want to go to bed, just come in. And I literally shouted down like, don't you turn your back on me. You come back here right now, young man. And I heard my neighbours laughing at me, and then Grant was laughing at me. I think he was on the phone, and his mum was like, who is she talking to? But I will go up to them and I'll be like, oh, where's Quinny? If I can't find her, and I'm like, oh, Bishemi. Or like, I'll always say hello to them when I walk past them. Like if I come in the room and they're on the bed, I'm like, oh, hey Quinny, hey Shemi, how are you? And you know, before I had my cats, I honestly would have laughed at people for doing that and thought they were weirdos. And to be honest, up until, I mean, I grew up with cats, but really up until I got my cats, I honestly thought people were really strange for doing that. And now I'm like, I don't think I could go a single day without talking to my cats. And then number 10 is, I guess not particularly weird, but blood doesn't freak me out. Now, it used to, which is really funny because I'm a horror writer. I'm a writer and I specify in horror. I'm currently working on a slasher, which is full of blood and gore, and I've only killed 6 people, and I'm like, maybe I need to kill some more, because 10 characters and 4 of them survive. Well, do they survive? We don't know. Spoilers, not that anyone's going to read my work, but, you know, but when I was younger, I used to hate horror movies. I hated gore. It would freak me out. But see now, like, blood just does not bother me. And I don't understand why. I think especially being a woman, I'm like, you're on your period. Why do people get so freaked out with blood? We bleed every fucking month. We have to deal with it all the time. Why are you all so scared? Obviously, that's not a thing, maybe. But it just doesn't bother me, and I love fake blood. Now this comes from being a theatre kid and having a drama degree and being a set designer and a prop maker. I adore fake blood. Honestly, I'm probably at my happiest when I am covered in fake blood, and if that makes me a psychopath, at least it's fake blood. You know, like, I'm the type of person, I mean, I'm a vegetarian, I'm the type of person who would watch a show and be like, oh, maybe you should have just used pig's blood to make it more authentic. And that makes me a terrible person, I know, and I would never do that. I would never actually do that. But I love blood. I think it's so beautiful. And it is on the side of the period thing, though. Like, it's something that should be celebrated. It should be, we bleed red, not blue. You know, as I said, I've mentioned in other videos, like Punky Mums are so amazing. Many feminist women who are doing so much good stuff and, like, you know, breaking period stigma right now. And I love it because I'm just like, we're all made of blood. Why are we all so scared? And it's probably because we're all so scared of, like, losing blood and dying. But yeah, it's one of those things that, like, I went from, like, I couldn't look at blood, it would terrify me, to now I'm like, pass me a bucket of fake blood and I will go make some art. I will cover myself in it. I will take 1,000,000 photos. I have like 10 different fake blood recipes in my head. Again, I can't, like, what backstage drama person doesn't have 10 recipes for baked blood, fake blood in their repertoire, you know. I will be like, oh, what kind of effect do you want this blood to have? Because I know how to make it all differently. Maybe I'll do a video on how to make fake blood. Was that something people would like? Because I would love to do it. I'm gonna turn it back now. But yeah, that is the 10 weird things about me tag. Again, I got the inspiration to do this from Emily Boo. Go check her out. She is absolutely amazing, and like, I love her. She doesn't know me, but I have so much insane time for her. She's amazing, and I'm fangirling really hard over her right now. But as I said, I got the idea from her. I'm not sure who actually created this tag originally, but obviously I'll give credit where I saw it. And yeah, I hope that kind of gives you a bit more of an insight as to who I am. I mean, I've been doing YouTube videos for a while now, and I don't really do very personal videos. And yes, so this is obviously part of my Vlogmas update. So again, happy Vlogmas, happy December, whatever you are doing this month, and I hope you're all having a wonderful day. I will see you all tomorrow, my next video. And again, if you would like to subscribe, I would love to have you here. Just hit that subscribe button down below, and please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you all later.